Good morning. Today we are going to study about next agricultural implement, moldboard plow. Moldboard plow is one of the oldest of all agricultural implements and is generally considered to be the important tillage implement. So it is used for primary tillage operations. Plowing accounts for more traction energy than any other field operations. So it requires more traction here for the plowing purpose. So the moldboard plow is also required more traction. The main functions of moldboard plows are: first one, cutting the furrow slice. So it cuts the soil. Second one, lift the furrow slice. For lifting purpose also you are using this moldboard plow so that you can place the soil from one place to another place. Next, third one, turning the furrow slice. So it is required for the seeding purpose. For the seeding, preparation of seeding bed, you have to turn the soil. Next, fourth one, pulverize the soil. These are all the four functions of the moldboard plow. So this is the moldboard plow. So moldboard is the part of the plow which receives the furrow slice from the shear, it lifted and turns and breaks the furrow slice. Different soil conditions required moldboards of varying shapes and sizes to carry out a good job plowing. So for the different kinds of soils, it requires the different shapes of your moldboard. It all depends on the soil, properties of soils. The texture of soil, amount of moisture and extent of vegetative cover on the surface determine the soil pulverization. The pulverization and inversion depend upon the curvature of the moldboard. So it all depends upon the curvature of the moldboard, that is pulverization and inversion of your soil. Next, a long gradual curved moldboard turns the furrow gently and does not break the soil much. Short abruptly curved moldboards twist and shear the soil and pulverize it. So here the size of the moldboard defines the function here. So short abruptly curved moldboard twist and shear the soil, while the long gradual curved moldboard turns the soil gently and it does not break the soil. Moldboard for general use fall between two extremes of the conditions. Moldboard are made of the cast iron. So for manufacturing, the moldboards are manufactured by using the cast iron. So this is the moldboard plow. Here showing the different components of moldboard. A tractor drawn moldboard plow consists of a plow bottom, shear, beam or standard, hitch frame. Next, first one, plow bottom. So the main function of plow bottom is it cuts the soil and lifts the soil, pulverizes the soil and throws the soil out of the furrow. This is the main function of the plow bottom. It is consist of those parts necessary for the rigid structure required to cut, lift, turn and invert the soil. The parts of the moldboard plow bottom are shear, moldboard, landside, frog and tail piece. So the main parts of the moldboard are shear, moldboard, landside, frog and tailpiece. So the next one is a share. It is a part of the plow bottom which penetrates into the soil and makes a horizontal cut below the surface. For the horizontal cutting of the soil, the share plays an important role here. So it cuts the soil into horizontal cut. Next one is moldboard. It is used curved part which lifts, turns and pulverizes the soil slice. So it is used for the lifting of the soil and turning of the soils and pulverize purpose of the soil. Next one, land side. It is the flat plate which presses against the furrow wall and prevents the plow from lateral swinging. The rear part of the land side is called heel, which slides on the bottom of the furrow. Next part is frog. It is a part to which share, landside and moldboard are attached. So the shade, landside and moldboard, these all parts are attached to the frog. Next one is tailpiece. It is an adjustable extension which can be fastened to the rear of the moldboard to help it turning the furrow slice. So the main purpose of this is for turning of your furrow slice. This tailpiece is used. It is an extension, means it's an adjustable extension, and it is fastened to the rear part of the moldboard. Next one, types of moldboard plows. So there are 4 types of moldboard plows. In that, first one, general purpose. Second, stubble type. Third one, sod or breaker type. And fourth one, slat type. So next one is general purpose. It is the moldboard having medium curvature lying between stubble and sod types. The moldboard is fairly long with a gradual twist, the surface being slightly convex. The sloping of the surface is gradual. It turns a well-defined furrow slice and pulverizes the soil thoroughly. So it falls in between the stubble type and sod types. Next one is stubble type. It is short but broader moldboard with a relatively abrupt curvature. So it is used for the lifting purpose, breaking and turns of furrow slice purpose. This is best suited to work in stubble soil, that is under cultivation for years together. Stubble soil is that soil in which stubble of the plants from the previous crop is still left on the land at the time of plowing. This type of moldboard is not suitable for lands with full of grasses. Next one, sod or breaker type. It is a long moldboard with gentle curvature which lifts the soil, inverts the soil. It turns over thickly covered soil. This is very useful where complete inversion of soil is required by the farmer. This type has been designed to used in sod soils, soil with much of grass. Next one is slat type. It is a moldboard whose surface is made of slats placed along the length of the moldboard so that there are gaps between the slats. This type of moldboard is often used where the soil is sticky, because the solid moldboard does not score well in sticky soils. So where soil is sticky, at that time slat type moldboards are used. Next, size of the plow. The size of moldboard is expressed by the width of furrow that is designed to cut. It is the perpendicular distance from the wing of the shear to the line joining the point of shear and the heel of the land side. The size of the light flow is above 100 mm width but below 150 mm. Medium flow is 150 mm to 200 mm and heavy flow is 200 mm and above. Next, multiple choice questions. First one, in comparison to moldboard flow, the draft is less in disc flow. First choice is it rolls over the soil instead of sliding. Second, it has lower contract area. Third, it has larger cutting edge. Fourth, none of these. The solution is first one, it rolls over the solid soil instead of sliding. Solution. Second, during turning the traction while operating moldboard flow, first choice, flow should be lifted. Second, flow should not be lifted. Third one, stop the tractor and lift the flow. Fourth one, none of these. The solution is flow should be lifted. Third one, dead furrow is made by first choice, one-way moldboard flow. Second, two-way moldboard flow. Third choice, ridger. Fourth one, disc harrow. The solution is one-way moldboard flow. Fourth one, the adjustment in moldboard flow for increasing the depth of operation. First choice, vertical suction. Second, horizontal suction. Third, gauge angle. Fourth, disc angle. The solution is first, vertical suction. Short answer questions. Sketch and label the parts of moldboard flow. So here you have to draw the sketch and label the parts only. It carries 5 marks here. And second question, explain with a neat sketch the construction and working of moldboard flow. So here you have to draw the sketch neatly, label the parts, then you have to write the construction and explain the working of moldboard flow. Thank you.